This video is sponsored by Squarespace. All black is the best color palette in fashion. It has the widest range of style possibility. It is scientifically the most visually flattering. And to top all of this off, it is the easiest color to build a complete wardrobe around. But that being said, you're doing it wrong. There's a reason why some people look like this, and why whenever you put on an all-black fit, you look like you work at a restaurant. But today's your last shift, because today we're gonna fix that. And you know, it's 2024 now. I've done a lot of thinking about it, and at the core, this channel is a fashion channel. And I know a lot of people's New Year's resolution is to better themselves, or whatever this means, you know, whatever ulterior motive lie you want to tell yourself when really you just mean you want to get a girlfriend. Let's be honest here, man. Let's be honest here. What do you even mean by that? What do you mean by better yourself? Shut up. Anyways, whatever this really means, it all starts with feeling better about yourself. And I feel like a lot of that can come from your clothes. And I think everyone can get something from nailing the fundamentals of the all black palette. And this goes for all styles, man. You can really use the information I'm about to give you anywhere. Better yourself is crazy. What does that even mean? All right, guys, I gotta come clean. I don't even remember the last time I've plugged my Instagram, but you know, New Year worse me. Just really quick, can everyone just follow me on Instagram at Vans at the Met Gala? My better myself is just to be more active and take advantage of this opportunity that I have of having a platform. And I just have a lot of cool ideas this year, and it would be nice to share it with people. This is embarrassing, huh? Get me out of here, man. Okay, so I'm gonna break this video down into 3 different angles we can attack this, with the first one of the 3 being tones. I put tones first because I feel like this is one of the easiest things to fix. And it's also one of the most common mistakes for a lot of beginners and people just kind of unsure of what's wrong with their outfits. And also, this is where that whole restaurant host syndrome kind of comes from. Just the lack of tones. So the all black palette, as it says in the name, is pretty one note to begin with. You know, I feel like it's pretty easy to match black with black. You would think, but since you don't have the burden of like having to chromatically arrange things, you have to play with the tones and shades of your pieces. Just the lack of depth and movement in your all black fit is the reason your fit looks kind of off and you don't even know what you did wrong because you're just wearing all black. So how did I mess this up? How did you mess this up? An example to kind of just mix up the regular jet black would be maybe like a vintage wash, or just like a really dark gray, or even, you know, just a little fading somewhere. Buying actual vintage just kind of naturally fixes this, because over time black tends to just naturally fade a lot. And pairing it with something new, just a very dark black, is just probably the easiest 1-2 punch combo you can have for both tops and bottoms. Like a vintage shirt with a pair of black pants, or maybe a new black shirt with a pair of just faded black jeans. It's honestly such an easy fix, but I feel like it's absolutely necessary. And I know people are already doing this without even thinking of it as a solution, but it's just kind of nice to know why this works, and what happens if you don't do this. Bam, you work at a restaurant. Restaurant host syndrome. But anyways, for the people that did have an issue with this, you are welcome. I diagnosed what felt off, and I fixed it for you. Congratulations on bettering yourself. So, why is it called restaurant worker syndrome? Well, you think you know, but you don't know. I led you on. I made you think like, oh yeah, I'm smart enough to use context clues and understand why he calls it that. You're actually wrong. It has nothing to do with dressing like a restaurant host. Rather, the real reason it's called restaurant host syndrome is because we ate and you didn't. 2020 was practice, 2021 was practice, 2022 was practice, 2023 was practice, 2024 is game time. Okay, so now this is the all black style technique that will really add some pop to your outfits. This is where we slowly start to separate. This is where we better ourselves, you know? Here's the me from 5 minutes ago. Literally, this is me from 5 minutes ago. This is where we better ourselves. You know what I'm saying? The next tip, textures. This is where it gets crazy. This is that seasoning, that sartorial MSG. See, the word texture in fashion is kind of ambiguous. I don't really even, what does it even mean? It's almost like better yourself, where I get it. What are you saying? Even like in music, when people go, I like the textures of the song. What the fuck are you talking about? I get it. Like, no, but I get it though. But like also, okay, the next time someone says they like the textures of anything, just tell them to elaborate. Be like, what do you mean by that? What are you talking about? And then watch their ego implode because you can't answer that question. Just think about it for a little bit. It's like almost impossible to explain why textures tickle your brain. Why do you like this? What do you mean by that? I'm starting to think my brain has a lot of textures, if you know what I mean. Better yourself is game time. Anyways, genuinely though, even though we don't know what we're saying, I feel like textures really are such an asset when it comes to styling in all black, because for this palette, I feel like the devil is really in the details. But a very visually obvious technique you can keep in mind when you're thinking about textures is just the way light interacts with your clothes. Just the way light hits a piece you're wearing. And see, I know this piece of advice sounds absolutely ridiculous. What am I gonna change the laws of physics? To put this shit on, I'm gonna change the laws of physics. Don't worry, you don't have to. I'm talking about, like, for example, the way black leather looks compared to black cotton. More than likely, you're gonna be in a place where there's some light. Light will reflect off of these materials differently, creating some cool depth through texture. Whatever that means. Like leather boots with denim is just probably the easiest, most obvious one. It's just bread and butter. But even different pants materials with different shoes, like stuff that you're not even really conscious about but you're doing, this can create a lot of cool movement. But now that you know about this, you can keep that in mind. One of my personal favorites, just working with contrast of everything, is a pair of, fairly baggy pants and a pair of leather boots just kind of peeking through, just to add a little bit of contrast, even though they're both black. Just the way the light hits these pieces creates that just little bit of depth. It's super subtle, but this gets the job done. I wear this every day. Personally though, I would change the laws of physics if I wanted to, but I don't want to do it today. Another big one is nylon. Nylon's pretty shiny. I feel like a very nice nylon bomber jacket with a pair of black jeans, another 1-2 punch combo. It's like fries in a burger. And obviously you can go absolutely crazy in all directions when it comes to textures. And I think you should definitely explore that if you're going to be wearing all black. And like I was saying about separating ourselves, right? Bettering ourselves. I feel like being ambitious with your combinations of textures in the all black palette. This is really what separates and creates that gap between casuals and true hobbyists. And exploring the possibilities of combining all these crazy textures in a very grounded palette is the easiest way to learn. And finally, this is the most important part when styling an all black palette, the third and final section of this video, looks. Looks is 100% the most important part in all of this. When you're wearing all black, right? You're pretty much wearing nothing. It's all black. The only thing exposed here is your face, which makes it the single most important focal point of your fit. This is the whole point. This is everything. You want to get a girlfriend, right? I mean, you want to better yourself, right? How do you think she's going to feel if you put your entire outfit on, right? And the only thing exposed, right, is this little ugly bean right here. This little ugly section, little ugly boy. You put this all black outfit on and boom, you're just a little ugly though. But then you're just a little ugly. And man, how crazy would it be if I just kept going? Like, what if that was actually the last 5 minutes of this? What if I just kept going and talked about looks maxing for the rest of the video? Okay, so even though I was joking, I don't know if I was really joking. If I'm being honest, I don't know if I'm joking. Okay, I'm joking. But the most important part of just this whole thing is fit and proportions. I'm not gonna lie, it's a very boring tip, and I know I kind of baited you into watching this entire video just to land on this thing that I talk about all the time, but this is the most important part. You should definitely play into this when you're doing an all black outfit. This is where you can be more free about this and get away with more things. Since your whole fit is one color, your entire silhouette is completely exaggerated. It's more obvious what your silhouette is because this is what people are gonna see. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. Like, what are you really seeing right here? You can't even tell where the pieces end and start. Like, and especially for people that can't see shit. And you will be surprised at how many people can't see shit. Think of all the people you know that have glasses and all the people that you know that don't wear glasses. They probably need glasses and they also probably wear glasses secretly. There's a lot of people that can't see shit. This is how your fit looks for people that can't see shit. Just think about it, man. But what I'm really trying to say here is you really have to dial in for shape. Just a very popular common example that's been flattering ever since is a fairly fitted top with a relaxed bottom. This just creates good contrast. I personally really like how this fits on me. It's a very flattering combination of things. And I am an average height guy. I feel like I fit the middle of the consensus, and I personally really love this. And I wear this almost every day, and it sets up the foundation for a million different types of outfits. It really stays true to that whole golden rule of if it fits good, you're probably gonna wear it. And all black obviously just makes this just that much more flattering on me. And even just totally going out there and min-maxing the proportions slider usually will work pretty well when it comes to all black anyways, as long as you're deliberate. And I've also touched on this topic countless times, and I'm gonna do it countless more times. It's the same year. Get your damn measurements. Just get your measurements. Just measure your favorite tops, your favorite bottoms, and boom, it takes 5 minutes and you got these numbers in an iPhone note document forever. And all you gotta do now is just shop accordingly. Even if it's your first time ever, the all black palette is the best place to start. In my opinion, it's just always better to start with something easy. Because when you quickly and almost instantly get flattering results, you're just naturally encouraged to try more things and get better. And with this advice, right? It is why I always come back to the sponsor of this video, Squarespace. Psych, it's the same year. Squarespace is the best place to make a website for absolutely anything. It is what I personally use to make a website for the first time ever making a website, and I've been using it for over 4 years now. Like I was talking about earlier with getting quick and easy results, you can pick from over 100 designer award-winning templates so that you can just get a crazy head start. And now they have this new website building system called Fluid Engine, which essentially just puts the entire website on a grid, and then you can just go in and move different assets and pieces of the website, making it super easy and effective to get started right now. And it goes more to just the way you're decorating the website. It's also really easy to set up stuff like e-commerce, which would usually seem like a headache. But for me, I feel like I was able to set up the checkout and shipping all in the matter of a couple minutes. And they got all of these integrated tools that you can use on your website depending on your preferences. And you can try all of this right now at squarespace.com/frugalaesthetic. Obviously, I got the link for you. It has been there for 4 years and it will always be there. Probably. You get a free trial of the website builder, and when you want to make a purchase, you will get 10% off your first website or domain. Again, at squarespace.com/frugalaesthetic. Go try it out now. 2024 is game time. And yeah, man, Happy New Year. Can we just follow me on Instagram? That's all I'm asking, man. I give you all this good advice. I ask for one thing.